Okay, so when do you think, first of all, do you ever think of Festina Lente over the years?
Oh, I think of it all the time. Yes.
Okay, so she's your homework. Do people have different?
It comes into my mind doing all sorts of different things, and I can't necessarily think of something specific at the moment. But
do you like the other girls that called it?
Yes, Festina Lente, make haste slowly. It permeates everything I do.
Do you find that most of them?
And how would you define it?
Yeah. So do you see them a lot on weekends?
I would define it, what it means to me.
Yeah, because you all go shopping. Are you going to go shopping tomorrow?
No, as quickly as you can possibly go in any endeavor that you're involved in. But you go slowly enough so that you do it carefully. You don't make any mistakes, and you can get to the end and be successful and not have to go back and redo, for example.
And so why do you think that permeates, why do you think you've thought of that so many times since Madeira?
She's like humming against my leg.
Because you're what class are you?
Class of 85. And I don't even really remember at Madeira that it was even spoken of necessarily. So I don't know how it got so deeply ingrained, but it definitely is, because make haste slowly, you can apply it to just about anything that you're doing. You can apply it to all sorts of aspects of your life, or activities, or hobbies, or raising children. Everything. Particularly raising children. But I love that you are taking on this project, I guess, to bring Festina Lente back, because it really is such a core part of Madeira and Madeira girls. I would think, speaking to and interviewing different Madeira girls from different generations, you may indeed find different interpretations of Festina Lente, but I also think that you will find pretty strong feelings about it. And it's just an interesting prospect.
Thank you. Okay, so tell us the story, I guess, if you can, quickly, about the recent run-in with Festina Lente.
Right. Is it taping?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had asked me if I used the term Festina Lente, and I had reported to you that I was recently at a vet appointment with one of my horses, and we were testing to see where he was lame, and the vet gave him injections in each of his joints, and he was explaining to me that after each injection he has to wait 10 minutes. He can't wait any shorter than 10 minutes, or he'll move on to the next joint, and he won't see that the previous joint was actually the issue, and it'll be too late. And so he was saying we have to be very careful to move slowly. And I said, oh, Festina Lente. He said, what is that? I've never heard that. I said, Festina Lente, it's Latin. It means make haste slowly. He said, well, I've never heard it. Spell it. And so I spelled it for him. He said, it's wonderful. I'm always having to come up with names for racehorses, and that's a great one. I hope they haven't used it already. So if you ever see a racehorse named Festina Lente, you will know where it came from. And I explained to him that that was the Madeira School motto, make haste slowly.
Cool. And also, I suppose it could mean in that sense, slow and steady wins the race. For a horse.
For a horse.
I mean, because otherwise, why would they wouldn't necessarily want Festina Lente on a racehorse, right, to go as fast as possible. But slow and steady wins the race.
That's right.
Okay, so the only other thing I was thinking was anything else related, or just a few words about, do you ever remember it, how did you learn it at Madeira? Do you remember it from Madeira?
I actually don't remember it from my Madeira days. I remember we made reference to it frequently. Of course, we more often made reference to the phrase, which I'm now blanking on.
Function and disaster.
Function and disaster, finish in style. Especially since I was there during the Jean Harris days, and there was a lot of disaster. So we were functioning in a lot of disaster and trying desperately to finish in style. Kiki Johnson moved in as headmistress my senior year in the spring when Jean Harris went off and shot Tarnower. So it was a very disastrous period for Madeira. We were splattered all over the newspaper as being an elite boarding school for girls and a finishing school, in fact, which we were definitely not. We were very much a prep school, and so we were all struggling to function in disaster and finish in style. But so the focus was less on Festina Lente and more on that. But I remember it more, frankly, from my days after Madeira, when I was in college and having young children and things like that. And it would just come up periodically in conversation. Somebody would say something about making haste slowly, and I would say, oh, Festina Lente.
Mm-hmm. That's good. What you just said about, we certainly, it was referenced, and we certainly knew that it meant make haste slowly, and it would come up in everyday conversation.
Sure.
I mean, I think if that's, because you just said that yourself.
I don't think we actually were taught Festina Lente. I think we just all knew what it meant to us. It was used in everyday conversation among teachers and friends. And whenever somebody said, oh, make haste slowly, the retort was Festina Lente.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This is better. Inhale now, let us breathe. And let us not hear. We must keep up and okay, now we'll do
Okay, so what is Madeira School motto?
Madeira girls have something to say.
Awesome. So what is Madeira School motto? Do you know?
Yes, Madeira girls have something to say.
And, okay, say what do you think Madeira motto is?
I know, it's Festina Lente.
You know it's Festina Lente?
Yeah.
What does Festina Lente mean? Do you guys know?
Sit slowly. Or pace slowly. Something like that.
Thank you. What's Madeira's motto? Do you know?
Festina Lente.
All right. What does it mean?
Make haste slowly.
What does that mean?
It's like the race with the turtle and the hare.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Watch me fail. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Awesome. Can I ask you guys a question? Do you know what Madeira's motto is?
Festina Lente.
What's it mean?
Make haste slowly.
What's that mean?
It means that you make haste in a slow way.
Do you know what that
means? It means to be quick, but sufficient.
Quick but sufficient? What do you think?
You're like a snail.
Do you like a snail? Yeah. Hi.
Don't waste that battery.
Festina Lente.
Okay, again, just stop moving and say Festina Lente.
Festina Lente.
Clap hands. Clap hands. Clap your hands. Yay!